All right, all right. Here we go. Let's get this shot here. Should be good. Should be real good. Let's crank up the aperture. All right. And let's see. Let's get in nice and close. Get real nice and close. Get super nice and close. Stop moving away. Every time I try to get a shot with the DA35 2.8 macro limited, just all the insects just take off. They just fly away. That's why I never actually bought a 35 macro. It just doesn't work for what I do when I'm shooting macro. I like to take pictures of insects and bugs and stuff, and it's just too close, too close. As beautiful as the lens is and as amazing as the rendering is, it just isn't working, and I'm gonna show you why.
All right, so here we've got the Pentax DA35 f2.8 limited lens, right? Now, macro. It's the macro one. It's a very nice, well-constructed lens. Full metal jacket, baby. It was a good movie. But yeah, anyway, all right, so here you go. We've got the full macro flow, you know? It's not focusing very well though. There we go. So we've got the full macro limited. Yep. Thank you to Miguel, one of my subscribers, for lending me this lens to be able to do this video. And this is a very cute lens. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, the one thing is it also has a built-in hood. So when it gets really excited, yeah, it's a grower, not a shower. Oh, but yeah, so the reason why I did not purchase this is what I'm going to demonstrate today. The reason why I purchased the DFA 100 macro, even though, you know, the hood itself is a bit less convenient to use, you know, because this one on the 35 just retracts, pulls out, just like that, right? Pulls out, retracts. This one, once it's out, that's it, it's out. It ain't going back in unless you flip it around and tuck it away, boom, and lock it in place, right? But other than that, this is also a full metal lens. The reason why I actually purchased the 100 DFA macro is the distance away, you know, when you're shooting certain elements of macro photography. The longer the focal length, the further you can be, but still get that same 1:1 magnification. So that's why I picked the 100 DFA macro instead of something like the 35 or 50, because I didn't want to be right up at my subject like this, because that's kind of freaky looking, right? I wanted to have some distance so I'm not disturbing the subject. So I'm going to demonstrate what the difference is, and it is shocking to say the least. You have to be, you're almost in the subject with this thing. Actually, if you use the hood, you can actually be, I mean, it's like you're right against the subject. It's crazy. So I'm going to show you that right now. All right, so here's the DFA macro at minimum focus distance. So you can see the distance of what you're working with, right? I mean, it's maybe just over a hand width. Oh, just over a hand width distance away, which for, you know, bugs and stuff like that, you know, it's pretty much as close as I would want to be to not disturb them too much, you know what I mean? And yeah, the 35 macro is that's a completely different story. Completely different story. It's insane. So just to show you that this is actual minimum focus distance, just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna show you that right here. All right, so that's what I'm focusing on. And there's the end of the lens there, right? So, and that is what you're actually getting. Pretty good. Not bad, not bad. For that distance away, it's pretty good. Now, check out how close you have to be with the 35 macro. Okay, I know this is going to seem ridiculous, but I'm not even at minimum focus distance here. Seriously. Not even at minimum focus distance. And I have the hood pulled out on the 35 limited 2.8 macro. And that's what I'm getting. Now if I pull the camera away, it's just getting worse and worse, right? So the only thing you can do is pull the hood in. So let's pull the hood in. Come on. Here we go. Set that back. There we go. Now, oh, just to show, I am at minimum, absolute minimum focus distance there. Let's move forward, forward, forward. There we go. Okay. Should be good. No, it's a bit off. There we go. Now that is that close. That's how close you have to be for minimum focus distance with the 35. So I couldn't even pull the hood out to block extraneous light coming from the side, like along this path here. And yeah, so that's why I did not grab one of these. Now let's try something here. See what the autofocus is like. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the DFA 100 macro. Yeah, failed. So there isn't much of a difference between this and the DFA macro in regards to autofocus acquisition. They're both very, very slow and they hunt like no tomorrow. I guess that's just a given. Okay, just to show the focusing between the 35 that I just did and the DFA 100 2.8, here we go. I'll go in a little bit for some minimum focus distance here. And couldn't quite do it, so let's try again. There we go.
One thing I wanted to show is the focus throw difference between the 35 2.8 macro limited and the DFA 100 macro. So here's the focus throw. I'm at infinity here, as you can see. And so we've got easily 1-to-1, pretty much. Still a pretty long focus throw, right? But now here's the DFA 100 macros focus throw. So it is a pretty long focus throw, which is generally why this takes seemingly forever to actually focus. But in use, they don't really focus that much faster than each other. It's just this one does hunt more, and I think it's because the focus throw is just so long that it just takes forever. And I don't know, Maybe it's the circle of confusion because it's just taking too long. You know, the camera gets impatient, you get impatient. The lens is like, hold on, I'm not done yet. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video, leave a like, do all the usual things that us social media people politely beg you to do. Like, I don't know, click the like button, avoid the thumb down button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And if you want to support the channel, I'll leave that info at the bottom of the description. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and all that fun stuff. And you'll see me on my next video. I'm out.